What up, gang? Lane Carolina Jackpot coming at you. It is Wednesday afternoon. It's on the way home. Damn, I don't know how I missed this news, but when you work for a living, sometimes you can't stay glued to your phone 24/7. Ryan Hilinski, Gamecock quarterback, was a freshman last year, sophomore this year. Was a starter for almost all of last year, thrust into that role after the injury to Jake Bentley at the end of the North Carolina game last year. Has entered the NCAA transfer portal. It's the latest Gamecock to do that. It's like the third one, I think, since the end of the season. I can't say that this is a surprise. Based on the way the season went, no one should find this as a surprise. He was played very little this year. There's just a lot of speculation as to why he wasn't played a lot. Some people say he didn't look good in practice. Some people say he wasn't the right quarterback to fit the system that Bobo wanted to run. Newsflash, I mean, he's a smart kid. I don't think that the Mike Bobo system is something that it takes someone who has the intelligence of being able to, construct a rocket ship that would land on the moon, walk backwards, and then fly to Mars or Uranus. It's fucking football plays. How smart does he have to be to learn the playbook? Anyway, some people say that Bobo just didn't like him. Some people say Bobo thought he wasn't Southern enough. I heard that damn ridiculous shit. Made no mistake about it. His freshman year, was I happy with his play? Yes and no. For a freshman just thrust into the role, he did a pretty good job. 2,600 yards or so. Completed around 58% of his passes. I think he had 11 TDs and 5 interceptions, which is not a really good ratio, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Jake Bentley's put up worse numbers than that. I think he had happy feet. I think he had some mechanical issues, but I think they could have been fixed. But for whatever reason, I don't know if he worked on them. I don't know if he didn't work hard enough. I don't know. None of us know really what the issue was there, but he only appeared in like 2 games this year. He attempted like 6 passes and completed 4. Actually, the only points that we scored against Texas A&M were on a drive led by, guess who? Ryan Hilinski led us to a field goal. So good luck to the guy. Good luck to him. It was a rough season. The way 2020 is, and with all these opt-outs and all these shitheads, just quitting in the middle of games and quitting before bowl games and doing this, that, and other. And props to him for at least now sticking it out the whole season. He stuck it out the whole season. He had to be feeling bad. When he was a freshman in the third quarter, the student section, the whole stadium basically would raise up 3 fingers as a symbol for Hilinski's hope. The awareness, group, foundation rather, that his parents and him, that they had come up with after his brother committed suicide several years ago. This year it was almost like that was just totally forgotten. Like he was just totally forgotten about. And the cameras never found him on the sidelines anymore. They never even panned over to him or anything. It was really sad. It really was sad. Just yet another sad storyline in a very, very sad football season anyway, just in general. But a very sad football season for my Gamecocks. And there is nowhere to go but up from here. I think that, they plan on Luke Doty starting for the team next year and, going more dual threat, which is really what you need to do nowadays to be successful. And he's not a dual threat guy. He's not. He's a pocket passer. he wasn't the statue in the pocket that Colin Hill was. Colin Hill, his mobility makes a assisted living patient look like he or she is ready to go out and run the Boston Marathon. That is how slow, inept, and woefully just unathletic that dude is. And it's not all his fault. He's had some knee surgeries. I get that. But if he had rehabbed 3 knee surgeries and he had not lost one shred of speed, not one shred of athleticism, not one shred of dual threat ability, yeah, let him start. They couldn't do that. I mean, the offensive line couldn't hold up, and he couldn't avoid taking a sack. I mean, he just couldn't. So, there was that. And then we got Gunnar Stockton coming in. Hopefully you're still coming in 2022. All the pieces are in place for you to still come in. Connor Shaw is going to have an off-field role with the Gamecocks as some kind of advisor or something. I'd have him on the field, but that's just me. And Mike Bobo's still going to be around, so I'm 95% that Gunnar Stockton will be in Columbia probably this time next year. He's a junior this year. Probably this time next year he'll be coming to Columbia, and really excited about that. So I think Ryan just saw the writing on the wall and knew that this probably just wasn't the best place for him. That's kind of weird though, because over the weekend he was seen hanging out. He was in Florida. I believe it was in Florida, and he was working out with Steven Garcia. You all know him, former Gamecock quarterback from like 2008 to 2011. He's famous for having a ton of ability, just a ton of ability, but an absolute boulder between his shoulders and on top of his neck for a brain. I mean, he just did the dumbest shit. Got in trouble, got arrested. He keyed fucking cars down there at 5 Points. Just did dumb shit. And he couldn't. I remember his senior year, Steve Spurrier didn't have him starting. He had Connor Shaw starting that year against East Carolina. And Shaw, who was a sophomore at the time, I was there at that game. It was at Panther Stadium. Came out and laid an absolute turd burger, and they had to bring Garcia back in to clean things up, and they won the football game. But later that year, after the Auburn game, I think it was, Spurrier just pretty much kicked him off the team for just a host of things. Anyway, he's still close to the Gamecock program. They're not going to be inviting him down to join the coaching staff anytime soon or anything, but he's around, and he's around on Twitter, and he was helping Hilinski with his mechanics and shit, right? So, and he's actually in the damn picture. Ryan Hilinski in t-shirt and workout pants, holding the football. Garcia is beside him with his fucking hat on him backwards, his arm around Hilinski, and a cup of fucking beer in his hand. I shit you not. And somebody had a meme they'd made of it. It said first lesson, here, chug this beer. I mean, he would. But I like Steven Garcia, I really did. He had a ton of talent. I mean, did a lot of great things. Threw a shitload of touchdowns there. Threw a shitload of interceptions as well, though. So, he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame or anything like that. But I like the guy. He's a pretty good character. But anyway, I think that's what happened. Who knows? He may have put a bug in his ear too. While he was there, maybe he talked to Ryan Hilinski and said, "Look, dude, you need to whatever." But his parents moved out here from all the way from California, right? Orange, California. Don't really know what the fuck that is. I don't know a whole lot about my California geography. I believe it's somewhere near Los Angeles. Anyway, good luck to him. He'll probably end up on the West Coast somewhere. I would dare say. I wouldn't be surprised to see him show up at somewhere like Arizona State or even Arizona or, hell, I don't know, maybe UCLA. They got a quarterback right now, but they're going to need one. Of course, Chip Kelly likes to run the dual threat ship too. So I don't know. Maybe he ends up at USC. Who knows? But anybody who gets him will be getting a good one. And there's that. So goodbye to Ryan Hilinski. Looks like Derek Mason is all but sewn up as being the new defensive coordinator at South Carolina. They said they've just got to get some contracts shipped together, which will be absolutely fucking outstanding. I think he is a really good football coach. It was obvious the way that, as passionate as he was at Vanderbilt with that team, those players, and that that university. It's just a hard place to win. It's just a hard place to win. Many have tried there, and many have failed. It's not like he was the first. Okay, so he's not a bad coach at all. Because of that, I'm be very, very proud and excited if this in fact is true and comes to fruition. And he is the Gamecocks' new defensive coordinator. He's also got a secondary coach coming from Florida, perhaps. Torian Gray, I think is his name. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Or thinking of somebody else. His last name's Gray. Anyway, and you can sit there and say, well, Florida's defense was shitty last year. Well, you're going to bring their secondary coach in? Well, you know what? Our defense was shitty too. So, and it was even worse than theirs. So there's that. But anyway, some things actually are looking to be on the uptick for the Gamecocks, and I'm very glad to see it. I'll see you guys later. Maybe we'll be live streaming the old Oklahoma-Florida game tonight, the Cotton Bowl or the Opt-Out Bowl, and we should call it. I'll see y'all later. Appreciate you. Peace, and I'm out. If you enjoy this content, please hit it with a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Our growth as far as subs here on the channel has gotten a little bit stagnant, over the past week or so. Now, we were at a clip of adding about 200 new friends every month. Right now, we're only adding about 120 new friends a month. So, Jackpot would like to see those numbers grow as well. I'll see y'all later. Peace. I'm out. Go Cox. Said go Cox.